guys, how you doing? It's Brooke, coming at you still from Florida. We are preparing to head north to Michigan, and I've had a lot of questions on what to carry and what we carry. I probably actually carry too much, to be honest with you. But I've always figured it's always be safe than sorry. I guess we've traveled for 25 years, I guess, and have been stranded out in the middle of Oklahoma in the middle of the night. And we actually had a gas vehicle before we got our diesel, and we're pulling across to, I guess it was Utah? No, it wasn't Utah. It was actually up into Alabama. That's right. And we ended up blowing a gasket out of the exhaust, and it was down by some wires that we actually set enough code on the check engine light. And I always carry a scan code reader, and it was the EGR valve. So I went down, checked it out. Sure enough, it blew out where the pipe connects down there. And what we ended up coming up with is it was actually blowing about 1200 degree exhaust onto some wires that ran down the frame rail. So I actually took some wire and took a soda can and made a heat shield and got us to the next town. So sometimes you got to get creative with this stuff, but as long as you can get to the next service area, that's the main thing. But today we're going to go through, just hit on a few things, how we do it, and hopefully it helps you guys. First things first, let me stop here and I'll turn the camera around and then start showing you and narrating as we go. Okay, so we are back. The bed of the truck. Of course, first thing is you see up there is the auxiliary tank. We actually carry an extra 50 gallons of diesel on here, so we carry a total on board of about 80 gallons. It allows us to pick and choose the stations that we stop at. More so, we've had really good luck with Love's Fuel, but as far as costs go, because when you go state to state, needless to say, their taxes and everything else can vary a lot. So this way allows us to go, I think we can actually go about 650 miles, almost 700 miles without actually worrying about it. So that's the reason why we installed that. On this side here, we actually have our generator. We've got the dual fuel because I don't like to carry gasoline on board, so we actually have the dual fuel Champion that's big enough to run our air conditioner and everything. If we decide to boondock anywhere, we can actually, if it gets hot, we can run the air conditioner, just knock the heat out. And we always carry an extra 20-pound cylinder of fuel. It's universal for the grill and the griddle, and also the dual fuel for the generator. But in the truck is actually, we do have it equipped with an inverter that it actually has got plugs inside the truck. So that way, Kim actually works from home. She actually does computer work and bookkeeping for companies all over the place. So we installed that, so then that way she can continue to work and go down the road whenever we're trying to, or we have to go from area to area quicker or whatever. But you'll notice that I do carry a tool bin. It's got pretty much all your basic stuff in it. Got voltmeters, all that stuff. It's got because I do all my own maintenance on my truck, so I know exactly what's going on. I know a lot of you don't, which is fine. I don't mind doing it. So we carry, just different tools that you might need on the road. The wheel wrench is because the wheels on the RV, the nuts on there are different size than your car. You can use the jack, but you can't use the four-way wrench. So we had to buy one of those and get it on here. I learned that the hard way years ago. We just carry the basic essential stuff just to get by. You notice we got a compressor there because it is nice to have air sometimes. That compressor does not produce enough air though to air up the tires, because we run 85 pounds of air in each tire. So I have an actual compressor that's designed to go to 150 pounds. It just doesn't have a tank. It's actually one of the emergencies that you it's a 12 volt, so you can actually put it on the truck batteries and do it that way. But coming around here, we carry our ladder in there, and that was a cool little buy. That's handy. There's this is the compressor that I was telling you about. Comes in its own carrying case. It's nice. We also carry, I've got an automotive box, but we also definitely carry hitch pins. A couple extras of those because I've messed up there before too, or actually got them stole by people when I was out sightseeing or whatever, and I guess they decided they needed it more than we did. So we go ahead and just carry some extra ones just to have them in case. And then we've got a bin that's set up for anything that's got to do with the camper. If I've got to do any kind of plumbing, repair the plastic PEX lines that go through the campers, the drains, any of that type of stuff, I can just grab one tote and it's got everything that I need in it. It's got your I don't know, I can't remember exactly what they call this stuff, the Megaton for the roof, the rubber tape. That stuff is phenomenal. Once it's on, so make sure you get it right the first time. But it is great because we have had leaks, not on this camper but in past, and we've actually stuck that on there and it just sealed it up immediately. So it's pretty impressive stuff. But I've got a PEX wrench. It's a crimping tool. That way you can, because of course all your pipes in the new campers are all PEX, and you'll have to have a crimping tool if you plan on doing it. And I carry extra fittings in here for it. These PEX fittings, you can get them at Walmart, along with the rings. So just basically just emergency type of stuff. But and I also carry fittings to where if I have to shut off the gas to one appliance or something in the camper, so we can actually use the rest of them, I actually have caps to where I can do that. So like I said, we definitely have a lot of stuff on board, probably more so. This is all electrical stuff. This has actually got my saws and stuff like that, because I like to carry that type of stuff with me. Skill saw, jigsaw, that type of thing, just in case. All the fluids, we carry pretty much everything for like the slide fluids, for the rubbers to condition that on the slides, the gears, because we are a gear driver, not cable. Carburetor cleaner, or brake parts cleaner, that stuff works pretty much for anything to clean off. It's great. Just carry a can of that. Leak detector, lithium grease, the basic. I always carry wire with me, just in case you have to do something as far as fixing the wires when you're on the run, because I've actually had that happen before, where the trailer wire got ate up. But and then we carry our fluids for the truck, so it's easy to get to. Our fuel additives, oil, transmission fluid, radiator, all that stuff is all in one tote that's right behind the driver's seat, so we can get to it really easy and not have to hunt for that stuff. That's the biggest thing. I mean, usually whenever you're doing a breakdown, and it happens, you want to have things that are handy to get to, because it's already frustrating enough, let alone trying to find stuff as you need it. So that's one thing that we do try to be very organized with. I also forgot on this side here that I also carry a socket set, but we carry these lights that I got them. I think these actually came from Lowe's, these Lux Pros. They're magnet. They are super bright. Everybody knows that the light underneath of the hood is not real bright, but these flip out, and you can use them as strobes in case you do have a breakdown or something. You could use them as strobes. You can magnet it up underneath of the hood of the truck. Those things are absolutely phenomenal. They light up underneath the hood of the truck like it's daytime. We actually have load bars to, once everything goes in here, we go ahead and put our grill and other items that, like tables and chairs and stuff, we actually have a spot in the back that we put those in. We've got about another week before we actually take out of here and start heading north. But you know, that's a 1,500 mile drive where we're headed to. So it's always nice to have all that on hand and have anything that hopefully you've got everything for an emergencies. We also do carry AAA, just to be able to have roadside service along with the Good Sam's. Just cheap insurance just to have it. But I will take you up here and see if I can get in to this side, and I'll show you the plug-ins on Kim's side here for her. That right down here is the 110 plugs, and then it's got a remote switch to where she can turn it off and on in here. It's got a USB charger, all that. So then our truck on the other side, on the driver's side, we do have the full-sized 4-door cab truck, because we have our dogs with us, and Cheyenne goes with us. I always carry gloves for the diesel pumps and stuff in the side compartment right next to me, so I grab those before I get out. And then on this side here, of course, I've got exhaust temperature is the top one. I've got fuel pressure, and I've also got boost gauge, just so I can kind of monitor. Our truck is equipped with the transmission temperature gauge actually in the dash, which is nice to be able to monitor that along with oil pressure. A lot of the trucks didn't have the trans temperature, but ours came with that. I don't know if it was just on these years or what it was, but it is really, really handy to be able to keep an eye on that, because they did have issues with the transmissions in this years of trucks back in we got ours is 2002, but they did have issues with those. But the gentleman we bought this from took really good care of it, so he kept the fluids changed in it. It was obvious when we bought it. So yeah, we're excited. Ready to hit the road again. We've actually been here for a year. I've actually been working down here for a year, and needless to say, Florida is not the place to be in July and August. As far as heat goes and humidity, some people love it. Neighbors are always giving us a hard time because, needless to say, coming from Colorado to here, our bodies, I don't know if you ever acclimate to this stuff, but we die when it comes to summertime, and they're loving it. So anyway, if there's anything else that you'd like to know, we do run a fiberglass tunnel cover that's lockable, because we keep everything back here, needless to say, all the time, and you don't have to worry about it. So for now, like I said, we actually take off in a week, almost exactly 1 week, and start heading north. It's going to be nice to be able to have the extra fuel and stuff, just because of the areas, you know, with all this, I don't know, this pandemic, that they're starting to open things up. You know, we do use precautions. I don't know if you noticed or not, we have our face masks in there and all that. We also we carry the face masks, and we have hand cleaner in there and all that. Needless to say, we try to take care of ourselves. You definitely don't want to be sick on the road if you don't have to. If you can, you know, use precautions not to get sick, let's put it that way. But yeah, so if you want to ask me any questions and need to know anything about anything that I might be able to help with, if I can't, I'll let you know. But if I can, I'll definitely like to help you and see what we come up with. For now, this is Brooke with Loving Life's Journey. Please subscribe to our channel. We're going to get more consistent with it now that I'm done working full-time, to where we're actually going to be able to travel a lot more. We did a lot of day trips and stuff around here, going to the beaches and stuff that we've actually showed. But we will do a ongoing video that actually will show the trip all the way north and how it goes, and hopefully wouldn't have any issues to where I actually have to show you how to use the tools. But anyway, for now, like I said, this is Brooke with Loving Life's Journey. Please subscribe and hit that bell, and then we'll keep you up to date. So thanks, guys. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy.